Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thanks for joining us here for Wake Up Charlotte to Go. It is Tuesday, by the way. Richard Devane, at one point in the morning, I don't know if you caught it, he said, Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Oh, he did? I totally missed it.
And I know people,
I wish it was Wednesday.
I know people at home were like, wait, what? It's so funny. It's so easy for us to make those mistakes and not even think about it. I've done it before.
Somewhere in the world, it may be Wednesday.
It probably is, yes.
True,
yes. But it is Tuesday. Thanks for joining us here on Wake Up Charlotte to Go. We are asking a question this morning. Has the pandemic changed your personality?
What?
I know. A study's come out and said it really has affected how we interact with other people, specifically when it comes to young adults. Want you to weigh in at home. Let us know. Has it changed your personality? We'll chime in just a second. But first, let's connect the dots.
How can a pandemic change the way we act? Let's connect the dots. There's no denying the pandemic was a major life event for almost everyone, whether or not you got COVID. Researchers collected data from more than 7,000 people, looking at the responses before, during, and after the pandemic. They looked at everything from neuroticism to openness to agreeableness. Researchers found that over the course of the pandemic, neuroticism increased. At the same time, agreeableness and openness and extroversion all decreased. They say the changes were most noticeable in young adults, but they're not sure why. And while all this sounds like pretty bad news for the future, experts say they're not so sure. Researchers say the real takeaway should be that our personalities are not set in stone. And that is connecting the dots.
And you did say neuroticism.
Neuroticism.
Because I thought you said something else.
It did not make you more erotic. It made you more neurotic. just to be clear.
No, we had to specify.
But hey, maybe that's how it changed you. You let us know. There are no rules. We can't tell you how you feel.
None yet.
Sunshine Hall saying, yes, it has in many ways.
Give us a way, Sunshine.
Let us know. So, folks, weigh in. Let us know how, if any, has it changed you. I'll start with you.
I don't think it changed my personality, but it definitely had me, reassess my priorities.
Gotcha. Okay. In what ways?
So my kids were home during the pandemic, and I was working nights at the time. I was working 2 to midnight. And then when schools opened back up and my kids went back to school, they would leave early in the morning, and then I'd go to work and wouldn't see them. And I was like, wait, no, this isn't working anymore. So for me, it had me kind of reassess what priorities, what I wanted to put first. And also, too, I realized how busy we were, and I was saying yes to a lot of things, and I wasn't having any family time.
It forced you to slow down.
It forced you to slow down and say, okay, it's okay to say yes to some things and no to others. And sometimes I feel like people, I'm going on a tangent now, people feel like they have to say yes if they don't have anything, but you're saying yes to family time.
Sure.
You're saying yes to regroup with yourself after a long work week, And
this is the reason why Sarah is here right now.
Yeah.
That's me. What about you, Larry? Do you think it changed your personality? I doubt it.
I don't. Because, some people were here the whole time. And
I was here the whole time, too, yes. I never once worked from home.
I think if anybody had to work at home, and, there's a certain amount of loneliness to some people who have to stay at home by themselves or work by themselves. But, a lot of us have just kept moving on. I don't know. I think my reactions to the way people drive has changed.
Yeah.
But what it has done is don't overreact, because these are maniacs out there, and they do things you don't want them to do. I mean, people will behave in crazy ways, and there's a fear factor when you're driving today. I think other people have changed. Driving has become horrible.
Well, and also the commute here in Charlotte has changed, because it's almost a day. It's almost like a day-long thing now, rather than where it used to be in the morning or the evening.
For sure.
It now is almost just like a slow drip throughout the day. That so
many people, I think, are working from home now, or they only go in 2 days a week. Right?
Yeah, no, it's very unpredictable and odd.
It's gotten worse. Our traffic has gotten worse.
Because one of the perks of this shift is that we didn't have traffic. Is that you come in so early, there's no traffic.
And we still don't
at
3 in the morning.
But
on the way home, though. Wow.
On the way home,
oh my gosh! It's surprising to me. I just want to chime in with some people's comments real quick. Joy said, made me more apt to stay home. Exactly, pandemic changed my personality in terms of financials and business went down. Sunshine, adding to what she said earlier, changed me, wanted to be around others. I don't trust others like I used to. Well, that's not good. You want to read a few more?
Melissa's saying, nope, only thing that's different is I'll never not wear a face mask in large crowds. I don't like being sick. Heidi's saying I'm more of a homebody now. Someone else saying it's definitely changed some people around me.
Interesting.
Chris,
what about you?
Well, first off, on the traffic note, I have noticed, especially when things went back to normal, how traffic has really busted loose. I think you're seeing a lot more accidents in general. But I was a person that did work from home. So every day when I would be on the weekends, I would get up. I would still be in basketball shorts, by the way, but then you had the formal up top. But I'd be doing that in our top guest room. And then every day I would bring all the equipment down into my front yard to make it more demonstrative. So for one, it made me really not take for granted about some of the workflow that we have here. So it made you want to kind of work hard. It kind of taught you to fight against adversity. Like I was using just random things around my house to produce television from at home. So I think it was kind of eye-opening that, wow, what you can do with this technology to still get the same thing around. It kind of challenged my creativity. It was like, all right, what am I going to do to make this weather forecast a little bit more interesting? One time I surprised Kendall riding up on a lawnmower. I had Romeo sitting next to me, kind of interview style. So that kind of opened things up. But I think one of the more interesting things is it kind of made you reassess things that you did before in life, and it was like, oh, I did that. Like when you go bowling, for instance, I would be like eating different food and stuff, and then like blowing with the balls and like just eating this, and then bowling. I that was normal for me.
That's called hygiene.
But everyone did it. How many people order snacks, go bowling, and now you realize? So it kind of made you think about the little in particular things. It's like, okay,
we're all more germaphobes now.
Yeah. Diane says, I feel like people have lost their minds. All right. Well, maybe Diane. Sunshine says she only leaves home to go to the doctor. I don't know if it changed me as much as it allowed me to get out of old habits of doing things that I now don't do anymore. Because I think to myself,
like what?
I feel like I'm less social. Like I don't go see friends and stuff like that like I used to. Maybe that's the pandemic, maybe that's married life.
Or maybe that's the shift too.
Maybe it's the shift, but it's like I hunker down now on evenings and weekends, and
I do the same.
And have no interest in doing anything outside the four walls of my house or backyard or something,
That's called married.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I say, and also like my mother moved here last year, so that changed things. My brother and his family moved to Raleigh, so that's nice. So there's just been a lot of change, and so, but I think more than anything, I think I definitely slowed down.
That's called older age.
So the pandemic is not responsible for any of this. It's just normal life.
They're just aging.
Normal life milestones that changed me, probably. But I do. Terry brings up a really good point. Actually, I agree. I quit eating out. I didn't quit eating out, but again, it goes back to what I was saying. The habits of we used to go out to eat all the time, and we just got out of the habit of it, and it's just not something that we now say we don't enjoy it quite like we used to.
So do you just cook at home, or do you order like?
We do. We cook a lot at home, but occasionally we'll get takeout, and we'll still go out to eat, but nowhere near the regularity like we used to.
It's called saving money.
Yeah. You realize that. You realize you save money, and listen, I am all for supporting local.
I still like to go out to eat.
I'm all for supporting local restaurants. Don't confuse what I'm saying.
Right.
But I think you just get out of habits, and once you do that, it's hard to.
It was a reset.
Like get out of the habit of working out.
That too. That too.
Get back in the habit. When all the gyms closed.
I'm sure there's a lot of habits that people haven't gotten back into. And no matter what, like something as small as just not eating out. If you really take every aspect of your life, it's changed in at least maybe just a slight angle of the way different things. I definitely eat out less. I know before the pandemic started, Kim and I, every weekend we're doing things. And then it's still, even 2022, a slow build getting back into that momentum. And it might still take another year before some people might be back on the track there before. Or change completely.
We're talking about movie theaters. How often have you been to the movie theater?
0
in the last year?
I think
we've been 3 times, which I think actually is a lot.
I think we've only been once.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for
maybe I've been twice. I took Blair to see a movie, and then we went and saw the Elvis movie, so twice.
We did.
The Elvis movie? Was that good?
Great.
Okay, good.
We did James Bond and did Jurassic Park and then Top Gun.
Oh, we did Sing 2. That's what we took the kids to. Sing 2.
But see, it changes. I mean, it does. It does. So anyway.
We're also changed, aren't we? We're just dramatically changed.
One thing that has not changed, we're still here every single weekday morning.
So one thing you can guarantee in life, though, is change.
That's right. That's true. That's true. All right, folks, chime in. Let us know, how has the pandemic changed your personality? And we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of Wake Up Charlotte to Go.
Bye, everybody.